Hi guys, good day, it's me again, Idafimachi Shagana. You love to comment there with one of sports. So the Super Eagles team list for the double header, make or break, do or die, whatever you want to call it, the match against Ghana. And when I look at the list, the first thing I thought was, why is my name not there? Because like it or not, I'm going to be playing a major part in this game in itself represents a major part of what we're working on. So it feels like my name is there, like I'm seeing it on invisible ink. But that's not the issue. I've received messages. Okay, let me read some of the messages I've read. Unfortunately, this is direct recording from my phone and I'll upload directly. I'll not be able to. I don't know how to do that. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to do video editing and the rest. I would have launched the conversation I put there. But let me see. This one is coming from Bolaji. Hey, Daffy. I just saw the list of the Super Eagles. I think it came out while you were doing your show this morning and you didn't get to see it, but I want to take on it. Do you think that this squad is good enough to qualify Nigeria for the World Cup? And do you think that the coach is right to drop Chidera Ejuke, owing to the fact that he also didn't play him, he didn't list him against Tunisia? Is that something we don't know? Let me start with that one. I don't know if there is anything wrong with Chidera Ejuke. There's no information to that effect that I know of. I look at Iguavon and I think he's a fair person. So I don't think there's anything wrong. But let me look at the full list. This time around we have 3 goalkeepers: Maduka Okoye, Francis Uzoho. Somebody sent me a message about Maduka Okoye already too. Francis Uzoho, Daniel Akperi. Those are the 3 goalkeepers. And then you have defenders: William Troost Ekong, Kenneth Omiro. Those 2 were the pair. Centre back, the Nations Cup. Leon Balogun is back, even though he's been out injured for a while, but he's back. Olaino, Semi Ajayi, Calvin Bassi, Zaidu Sanusi, and Shehu Abdullahi. One player that a lot of Nigerians always ask me why he's in the squad. Somebody sent me a message to that effect as well. The midfielders are Wilfred Ndidi, Joe Aribo, Frank Onyeka, Venekari Tebo. That's the one that's bringing all the controversy right now. Akinkunmi Amao, well-deserved invitation as far as I'm concerned. And the forwards are Ahmed Musa Skipo, the governor. And then you have Moses Simon, Dadi, one player that is also dividing opinion between me and my viewers on YouTube and across radio. All right, Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, the beast is back. Elder statesman Jude Igalo is also back in the squad. Sadiq Kumar, Kelechi Iheanacho, Emmanuel Dennis, Ademola Lukman. Those are the forward. Now on the standby list means that if anybody in the main list is not going to be available and they opt out, you can take from this list. That's what it means. Standby list is Chidozie Awaziem, Jamilio Collins, Chidera Ejuke, Taiwo Awoni, Paul Onuachu, Peter Olayinka, Ogenyi Onazi. Happy to see that name back in the squad. One of the things that I like with this is the coach, even though he's been with the team for a very short time, has shown that he's monitoring and following Nigerian players wherever they are playing. Onazi has been having some good game. Akinkunmi Amao been playing well as well. So let's go to some of the questions that you guys have thrown to me, and let me see how to read this. My name is Joel, all the way from Australia. I follow you on your channel. It's pretty late. I don't know when you will do this, but if you can answer it before Monday that your show will come up, I'll be very, very glad. If you send me a message directly, I'll be fine too, but if you have a video for it, it will also be nice. Maduka Okoye is blamed for all of the event that happened to our loss against Tunisia in Cameroon. If you were the coach, would you have invited him, even though he's a growing goalkeeper, would you have invited him for this game, knowing fully well half the fans have turned into him and they might continue that during the preparation? Don't you think this would demoralize the player and get to him? I would love to have your take. This is my take, Joel, all the way from Australia. Thank you very much for contacting me. Thank you for trusting me enough to seek my opinion on this. There are so many experts that could give you their take on this, but thank you very much for trusting me. So this is what I'm going to say. If the coach, Austin Iguavon, decide to drop Maduka Okoye, what Austin Iguavon would have told Okoye and the rest of the players is, Nigerians have been blaming you, and I have a great chance to defend you and boost your morale, but I throw you under the bus as well. in other words, I join Nigerians in blaming you that it is your fault. That would practically kill his passion and morale for the national team. So I think it's a good thing that the coach invited him. Will he start over the 2-leg? That's something for them to slug at the Nations Cup. But there's something at the preparation for the game. That's something I need to point out to. Let's not forget that Maduka Okoye was not really feeling well, at the African Cup of Nations, and he was playing through the pain barrier. Nobody would listen to that opinion right now. It doesn't change anything after all. Nations Cup has been won and lost, but it is okay to just point that out. And I think that there are 3 goalkeepers there. There is no guarantee that Maduka Okoye will be number 1. 3 capable goalkeepers that have held their own in different space within the last 5 years of Nigerian football. Daniel Akperi was at the finals, was at the African Cup of Nations in 2019. Francis O was at the World Cup in 2018. Maduka Okoye was at the last African Cup of Nations. So these ones have experienced one way or the other. This experience has been building on. It will guide them and lead them on going into the next one. The next one is Cynthia from Owerri. Say, Edafe, good day. Please, I need you to look at the Super Eagles squad and convince me why they invite your brother from Delta State, Oganekare Table, who has not played a single football for the past 2 months. Now, Oganekare Table is my own boy, so I love him and I want to see him play football. But I think that inviting him in this squad is wrong. That's the only one that I can look at and say, coach, you don't get this one right too. He's back from injury. He's training already, but it's not had match fitness. It's not a competitive play. And anybody who's played football will tell you that when you go out and come back from a major injury, you're taking time to get back into your grind. This game is too serious to bring in a player like that because anything could happen. The injury could relapse. Because of how intense this game might be, the Ghanaians might be over the top in terms of their challenges and their tackles, especially in the first leg. I don't know what I will play, but I'm just saying that if you put this kind of player in that game, 50-50 balls, he will run away from it because this is an injury, even though it wasn't lateral, but it's something that you have to tell yourself that this could be damaging. And another injury again on the leg could just be career-ending. So I would have left him to have a chance to play continuously for his club leading to the end of the season, and then we'll start thinking when we qualify. I don't want to use one if now. When we qualify, we'll get there. There's the one that comes from Yomi. Yomi says, hello, Edafe. Even though I was one of those who was hoping that the coach would invite Akinkumi Amao for the AFCON, I bet he did not invite him. Do you think it's good in such a crucial game to invite him to come for this game? I wouldn't say it is bad. There is no invitation here. There's no invite here that the coach now says this person will start. The coach have not decided that. We've all complained about creativity in the squad. Looking at Coach Eguavon the way he plays, I think he wants to stick to, playing from the West Off playbook with some innovation and all that. The team still lacks serious creativity in midfield. And if you have a chance to fix that creativity problem, you can invite the player. I think that currently, Akinkuma Amao, he might be young, he might be a small boy, but he's got some creativity in him. 2 things I read out of this invitation. One, the coach wants a creative player in midfield, which was lacking at the AFCON and the games that we've seen even before Eguavon comes, since the era of Ghana before Eguavon came into the squad. One of the things I look at this type of invitation is, we have plans for you going forward. Come and mix up with the team. Come and begin to build your team chemistry. Come and bond with the team. Come and feel the fellowship of the team as we go. So that you don't come in and last minute and look like a stranger. We've had that before with Efani Koko. We've had that before with Shola Ameobi. You don't want them to be coming into competition and look like a stranger. So I think it's a good thing that he invited Akinkuma Amao, not like he's not doing well. Yes, he just moved to a new club. He needs time, FC Copenhagen, to settle down with FC Copenhagen. But the invitation is also a well-deserved one. This one comes from Fisayo Olajumoke. I don't know if that's a boy or a lady, a man or a lady, because there's no picture to the message. It says, do you think that Leon Balogun should have been invited to the squad as it is right now? And what do you think of Shehu Abdullahi? Every time he gets invited, is he quota system or is he deserving? Wow. We're very, very quick to play this quota card most of the time. Leon Balogun is the leader of the team, he's a senior player in the team. Is it right for them to invite him? Leon Balogun would have been a mainstay of the team if he didn't get injured. Now he's back from his injury, he's good to go. Why not invite him? There is nothing wrong. It's not a new player, it's not a strange player, it's not a bad player. So I think his invitation is deserving. Shehu Abdullahi, you can't say the player is not good enough when he's playing. Shehu Abdullahi is not yesterday's player, and it's not just a new player. He's been around long enough for us to know that he deserves his place if he gets his place on the team. So I think what I think is, you look at the players on the back, especially in the defense. Okay, so William Trustekon, Kenneth Omera, Leon Balogun, Shemi Ajayi are all centre backs. Then the white players are Olaino, Kevin Bassi, Zaidu Sanusi, and Shehu Abdullahi. You're playing a two-legged game. Who is your backup in defense? So you look the way the centre back is, you can tell yourself that William Trustekon, Kenneth Omera, Leon Balogun, and Shemi Ajayi are your sure centre back. In case anybody get injured, you get replacement, and you still have somebody on the bench. But then you also have to have like two players on the left, two players on the right. And this is exactly what the coach have done. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. On the alternative, they see Jamilu Collins, Chidozie Awaziem, who can step in if the need be, if those players are not available. I don't think there's not anything wrong with it. Then final one that I'm going to take before I round up. Someone sent and said, "Hello, Edafe, I know this is your guy. You might not give me the answer that I need, but I'll still ask you because I believe that you say things the way they are." I have a question about three players in this squad. Jude Gallo, do you think that Nigeria still needs him, and do you think he should be coming back, or he should call the coaches and say he doesn't want to be part of the team? What about Kelechi Iheanacho? You think that he should play in the national team? And then Emmanuel Dennis and Ademola Lookman, what's your take on them? This one is more than three already now, bros. Okay, so for Jude Gallo, he's made the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, he's played for the national team, he retired. They invited him back. He showed interest that he wants to come back. Then the club he was playing for at the time, Al Shabab, string him along last minute, 4 hours to his flight. They refused to let him go. Okay, they stopped him from flying, and he made the ultimate sacrifice. Made a statement that I'm not sure I'll be bold enough to make. And that statement is that he chose his country more than the club, which is a very good one. That's the reason he moved from his Al-Shabaab and went to Al Hilal, where he played and scored in the World Club Championship. So he joined a host of few players that have scored in that competition. Having said that, if he's scoring where he's playing and is fit enough, why not? He should come back and play for the national team. It's up to the coach to decide how to use him. If you're asking me if I would start him alongside Victor Osimhen like they did in the Central African Republic game, I'll say no. I'll start Victor Osimhen alongside the other players that are there. There is Emmanuel Dennis there, there's Ademola Lookman there is Moses Simon, Samuel Chukwueze, there's a whole lot of other players. But if you look at this thing carefully, there are only three centre forward in the selection. Those three centre forward are Victor Osimhen, Odion Ighalo, and Sadiq Umar. So Kelechi, okay, is a backup striker, but you can throw Kelechi Iheanacho on that one. The others, Emmanuel Dennis is a white player, Ademola Lookman is a white player, Moses Simon is a white player, Ahmed Musa, who is very, very experienced and also know how to score goal, is a white player. So if you put all that together, I don't think there's anything wrong. But how the coach will play all of these players that is invited is my own case. And to your final question on Emmanuel Dennis and Ademola Lookman, yeah, we've seen these two guys play for Watford and Leicester. Even though Leicester are having, Watford are having a bad season and Leicester are having not so great season by their previous performances, you know that this Emmanuel Dennis is the brightest light of Watford's season. As terrible as the season is the brightest light of the season this season. And Ademola Lookman too have come in and contributed his part in the Leicester team. The good thing with Lookman is the Nigerian team, as star-studded as we might think it is, still struggle with perfect crosses, precision crosses from wide areas. So if Ademola Lookman is coming and is going to add that, why not give him a chance to see? I'm not going to be here to decide who starts or who doesn't start. That's the job of the coach. That's what he's being paid to do. Guavon, Amunike, Joseph Yobo, and the rest of the squad would come together and decide that. But this is what I think. I think that generally the squad has been well selected. I don't know anywhere where a coach selects a squad and everybody is pleased. There's always going to be somebody who thinks, oh, Education should have been there, Taiwo Woni should have been there, Paul Anuachi should have been there, oh, this one should have been there, that one should have been there. We all have that. But when the chips are done, one of the things we must look at for is why we give all this analysis and position and opinions and views at the end of the day, once this coach has decided these are the players I want, and the journey, they cross the white line into the field, what I can always say and encourage people is, let's support this team. One of the things you should know is, just merely qualifying for the World Cup is worth $10 million. Just making the group stage first is making $10 million. It is worth $10 million. And if you progress, more money comes in. We might say, oh, we don't see what they use the money to do, but I'd rather go to the World Cup than not go to the World Cup. So all I can do right now is support Iguavon. I will be there in Ghana. I will also be there in Abuja. I will be there at the airport to welcome some of these players when they come. I will be there in the training ground to watch them. And I'm sure I'll be giving you my diary from Abuja and from Ghana if time permits me. But one of the things that I'm going to say to you guys is the Super Eagles is our team and we owe them the support that we can give them. We can all disagree on selection of players, team tactics and all that. But when they start playing, support them first. When you're done with supporting them, you cannot come out and again register your displeasure about the team, because I know that Nigeria as a country and as a people, football unites us more than politics, religion, tribe and any other thing. God bless you guys. That's my take on the list of the Super Eagles. I thought I should do this because I was having most of these questions and I know it's going to take me till Monday before I'll be on air again. Thank you for trusting me to respond to your questions. If I didn't respond well, I'm sorry. I just have to give it the way I can, and I can only give what I know. Please do us a favor of subscribing to our channel. Click on the notification button and drop comment. For those of you who are always on our live, giving us a super chat contribution, God bless you. Thank you very much, and have for yourself a wonderful day. Keep believing in the Super Eagles. Keep believing in anything Nigeria. One day we will get there, and stand for what is right all the time. People will not agree with you all the time, but stand for what is right and know what is right. Don't just stand for anything. Know what is right and stand for it. My name again is Idafi Matthew Esiogene. You love to come in the Level 1 Sports. Thank you for your time on this broadcast.